Here is a list of 10 most competent and feared special forces and commandos in Africa. Number 10, the Moroccan Special Forces. Also called the Royal Moroccan Gendarmerie, this is a specialized unit of the Royal Moroccan Armed Forces that comprises of the most elite personnel within the Moroccan military that carries out counter-terrorism and counterinsurgency operations within the country as well as in other countries to which it is deployed. The unit's recruits normally undergo intense training within Morocco and in foreign territories like in Pakistan, United States, Mauritania, Senegal and other African countries. On numerous occasions, the unit's troops have been spotted training alongside their American counterparts as well as their counterparts from other African countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Ghana and Ivory Coast. Number 9, Tanzanian Commandos. This is a specialized unit of the Tanzania People's Defense Force that comprises of the elites in Tanzania. The unit which primarily is tasked with conducting counter-terrorism and counterinsurgency operations is one of the most competent ones on the African continent. The unit normally receives training from both the Tanzanian Defense Forces trainers as well as foreign ones like U.S. Marines trainers, German Special Forces trainers and Israeli Commandos trainers. Some members of this unit have been deployed to various peacekeeping missions on the continent like in Somalia and DRC. Number 8, Rwandan Special Forces. This is a special unit under the Rwanda Defense Force which is tasked with conducting specialized operations within Rwanda and in foreign territories as and when they are deployed. These special forces have grown in might over the years courtesy of President Paul Kagame's efforts to strengthen Rwandan military. They are regularly deployed in peacekeeping missions across Africa and as of today, Rwanda is one of the largest contributors of personnel to UN missions. In 2021, 1,000 Rwanda Special Forces soldiers were deployed to Cabo Delgado region of Mozambique to help local security forces in tackling insurgents. Number 7, Senegalese Special Forces of Senegalese Commandos. This is a special unit of the Armed Forces of Senegal whose duty is to carry out specialized operations and counterinsurgency missions within Senegal and abroad. Senegalese Commandos have participated in many international and regional peacekeeping missions like in the United Nations peacekeeping missions in Democratic Republic of Congo, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Gambia and others. The unit receives training from the United States Special Forces, French Special Forces, British Royal Army and German Special Forces. Number 6, Ugandan Special Forces Command. The Ugandan Special Forces Command is a specialized component of the Uganda People's Defense Forces tasked with carrying out specialized missions or operations at a moment's notice and have conducted dozens of operations over the years. In 2017, the Ugandan Special Forces were deployed to join AMISOM troops in Somalia to conduct a massive operation to flush out al-Shabaab militants in the lower Shabelle region and secure main supply routes in the area. Number 5, Egyptian Army Task Force 777. Also known as Unit 777, this is a branch of Egypt's Thunderbolt Forces which is a military commando force and most elite of all units that fall under Thunderbolt. The unit is primarily tasked with conducting special operations and counter-terrorism operations within Egypt and its neighbors as and when it is deployed. The unit has previously been deployed to various missions in Cyprus, Yemen and Syria. The unit actively trains with a number of Western Special Operations groups such as the United States Army's Delta Force, United States Navy's SEALs and the French National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. Number 4, Ghana Special Forces. This is a special forces unit that is a branch of the Ghana Armed Forces. Ghana Special Forces troops undergo intense training both locally and abroad alongside their counterparts from other African countries under British and American Special Forces trainers. Over the years, Ghana Special Forces have been deployed to various peacekeeping missions like in the Lebanese Civil War, the Rwandan Civil War, the Western Sahara War, the Sierra Leone Civil War, the Liberian Civil War, the Second Congo War, the Chadian Civil War, the Sudan-South Sudan Border War of 2012, the First Ivorian Civil War and many more. In April 2023, Ghana deployed 1,000 Special Forces troops to its northern border amid worries that violent extremist groups in Burkina Faso are seeking to expand their influence and territory. Number 3, the Kenya Army Special Operations Regiment. Being the most lethal Special Forces unit in East Africa, this unit of the Kenya Defence Forces Special Forces Operations Brigade contains 3 branches. That is the 20th Parachute Battalion, the 30th Special Forces Battalion and the 40th Ranger Strike Force. Kenyan Special Forces are normally trained at the Special Operations Training School in Gilgil before being flown to Israel and Czech Republic for further training. They also undergo periodic training under the command of U.S. Marines and British Army trainers in various parts of Kenya's harsh terrain. Over the years, they have been deployed to various peacekeeping missions within the country as well as to foreign countries like Somalia, Liberia, Sierra Leone and Democratic Republic of Congo. Number 2, the Nigerian Armed Forces Special Forces. Nigeria's Armed Forces Special Forces is a versatile Special Operations Forces unit in the Nigerian military which is composed of a mix of all the military services including the Nigerian Army, Air Force and Navy. The unit was formed in 2014 and has been silently but effectively providing support to Nigerian troops in war against Boko Haram in northeast Nigeria as well as maritime piracy in the south. The unit's troops are normally trained in Nigerian Special Forces training institutions and also undergo special training in Russia, Belarus, Pakistan as well as in Senegal and Mauritania under Operation Flintlock, which is a U.S. Africa Command's premier Special Operations Forces exercise. Under Flintlock, these Nigerian Special Forces, just like their Moroccan, Ghanaian and Cameroonian counterparts, are normally trained by British Army and Royal Marines trainers to sharpen their skills. Number 1, the South African Special Forces Brigade. Popularly known in South Africa as Recce Squad, this Special Forces unit is South Africa's most elite but secretive special operations unit that specializes in various types of operations including counter-terrorism, counterinsurgency, long-range reconnaissance, unconventional warfare, special operations, hostage rescue and direct action operations. The brigade operates with 2 active duty groups, that is the 4 Special Forces Regiment which focuses on maritime operations and the 5 Special Forces Regiment which focuses on land and airborne operations. Since the 1970s, the South African Special Forces have participated in a number of successful combat operations like in the Rhodesian Bush War, the South African Border War, the war in Angola, the Mozambican Civil War, the fight for Bangui in Central African Republic, in the UN Stabilization Mission in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and in SADC mission in northern Mozambique's Cabo Delgado province to neutralize counterinsurgency. Their training is quite rigorous and only about 8% of South African Defence Forces recruits who undergo the South African Special Forces training pass the course. Did you enjoy this video? Leave your comment below and subscribe to enjoy more from this channel.